Alright everybody, here we have part 2 of my playthrough of Super Mario 64. So, when we last left Mario, he fell from the sky because he got knocked out by that pain in the butt Bowser. He falls into this sort of forest area, and he's sleeping. Unconscious, actually, because he fell from really high. And so these are the star spirits that got sort of evicted by Bowser. And they come on down and try and wake you up, try and wake Mario up. Evidently they think, he's their only hope of, beating Bowser. Pretty much because Mario's a badass. Everybody knows that. Everybody should know that. Everybody knows that. And so, here are the stars, Mario's fan club, summon their star power, and using that, they revive him. I guess heal him, make sure he's not gonna die or nothing, and out they go. And then in comes this little girly, a Goomba. Now, I can't think of what her name is at the moment. I want to call her Goombella, but I know that's wrong, because Goombella is the Goomba that's friends with Mario in the sequel for GameCube. So, she realizes that you're Mario because, you are the man, and, you're not gonna wake up because, you're pretty tuckered out. So she calls for her Goomba, which I guess is Grandpa in Goomba language, and her brother Goombario, and you get stuck in this little hut. And then, here comes Eldstar. He's like the head honcho of the Star Spirits. And he's like, you know what? I want to talk to you. He's like in a dream. He's like, I want to talk to you now, but you got to come to the Shooting Star Summit because I don't have enough strength to keep this up. So that's what's gonna happen. So you wake up. You're like, oh crap, that was a weird dream. That was crazy. And you're just looking around, and in comes this Toad who randomly lives in this little village, except it's not really a village, Goomba village. There's the only residents are me and a family of Goombas, so it's like 6 people, or 5 people, so it's not that big of a village. It's not really a village. And he's like, what, there was a star with a mustache? No, I didn't see anything like that. You must be tripping on mushrooms again. I told you to leave those mushrooms alone. They don't make you bigger, they don't make you go faster, they're bad. And so, but then, in all seriousness, he's like, yeah, I guess Shooting Star Summit is by here, it's by Toad Town, so you should go check it out if you really want to, if you really think that you did see a star, even though I just think you're high and a stoner. And so, you walk out of the thing, and he's like, you should go check out the Goomba family. That's Goombario, who's like your biggest fan ever. Oh, how odd is it that your name would be so close to Mario? Pretty coincidental. And so you walk out here. I really think it's optional to talk to everybody, but I want to talk to everybody anyway. This is Goomba, which is, Goomba grandfather, so I'm Goomba. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry, can't talk to you right now. I'm working on the veranda because it's broken. I don't know why he would be working on it up there, like if there was like a hand railing broken, but without any arms. It's pretty difficult. This right here is a save block. You hit the block to save your progress. You'll figure that out if you ever play this game. I don't really need it because I'm using an emulator, so I just save for the heck of it, but I can just save state on the emulator, so you won't be seeing me use it that often. So next you go talk to their dad, basically, who's right here. And he's like, yeah, I just finished fixing this gate. And Mario's like, hey, I gotta get out of here because I gotta go to Shooting Star Summit. He's like, yeah, go to Toad Town, which is right over here. And, so evidently he thinks it was an earthquake, and that's why he fixed the gate. But then comes in Kami Koopa, who is Bowser's main minion in this game. And she's like, oh, I knew you'd be tough enough to take that beating, blah, 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 blah. It's a good thing I came to check on you, because I'm intuitive like that. And so, it's Kami Koopa, and she's like, I'm going to do what every RPG ticks people off with, and that is putting an object that you can't get around right in the middle of your path. When ordinarily you could just climb over the fence. You can't do that because it's an RPG. It's just the way the world works, you guys. And so she leaves after blocking your gate. And this part's kind of funny. It's like, I just fixed that gate. Nobody say gate to me. I know you can read, but I think it's funny if I read it. Yeah, I like the dialogue in this game. I think it's hilarious sometimes. Sometimes it's pretty dang funny. The characters are very cheeky. Cheeky, good word. They're very cheeky. And so they're like, oh, you gotta go save the princess. Is that what you said? Oh, Bowser's gone off with her again. It's very weird. And so he's like, hey, yeah, you can get past his block if you go get the hammer from Goomba, who is using it to fix the veranda. And so you're like, I know where the veranda is. I've been there before. That's why I showed it to you earlier. But you walk out there, and there's not a veranda there anymore. It's pretty inconvenient. And so you fall. But it's not all bad. You're made out of paper, so you can gracefully float down like that without, hurting anything. You're all good. You just spring back up. You walk over, and you're like, what's going on? Oh, it's Goomba. Cool. And he's like, oh, my back. I broke something, even though I'm made out of paper and could probably have fallen just like you. But you're Mario, and I'm Goomba, so, it's understandable. And look, another block. And you're like, hey, but I heard something about a hammer. And he goes, oh, yeah, a hammer. I'm senile. I just now remembered. I was using it to work on the veranda. Let's go find it. It's probably over there someplace. And so you walk over, and Goompa's like, I'm just going to follow you. And you go over. And he's like, this is what it looks like. That happens often. They'll be like, this is an item you need to find. This is what it looks like. It's pretty awesome like that, how they do that. And so you just kind of like go looking. You pick up some coins, and coins can be useful. Because you can buy stuff with coins. And I have just found the hammer. That's the hammer. And so now, if you press the B button, you can use the hammer, as you can see right there. And here's a block for me to practice on. And here's a bunch of little blocks. And it's really, I don't know, like the hammer is obviously a really useful item, because you can use it to hit about anything. You use it a lot in this game, and it's really useful in combat as well, which I believe you also see in this video. Lucky you. I was considering saving old habits. They die hard, but I realized I was using an emulator, so I didn't. And there's some coins there, just like the old style Mario. They do retain some elements of that. So you're like, I gotta go back there and break that block so I can get back to the house. Oh crap. What's there? And it's this little thing, and his name is a Junior Troopa, and you fight him several times throughout the game. But this first time, he's really nothing to be worried about. You don't need to do anything. It's kind of like the polar opposite of the Bowser battle. You have to lose the Bowser battle, and in this one, you're a complete loser if you lose this one. Actually, it's physically impossible to lose this one, because unlike Pokemon, there are no critical hits, and you only have 2 options, and you have more HP than him, and you get to go first. So it's like whatever. Both the jump and the hammer will do 1 hit, and don't worry, if you've never played this game, they do put in a lot of game mechanics that make damage variable, and it does take in a large amount of skill. Timing is all in this game. It's just, it just makes me so happy in my pants. I just love this game so much. Now I want to get my freaking N64 out, but I don't have my N64. Maybe I'll get it for like Virtual Console. Is it on Virtual Console? I think it's on Virtual Console. I need to get it. But anyway, so you beat him and you get star points. And star points are like experience points. But instead of each level increasing in the number of star points you need, you always need 100. But anyway, we'll get more into that. And thanks for watching, people. I love this game so much, and I hope you like it too. Give me some feedback, people. Keep watching, comment, rate, sub, and I will see you all next time.